And now let's bring your hands to your heart. Good, coming to the very top. So hands to the heart center. Now we're going to do just a little bit of chair pose. So we're going to inhale, circle the arms up. And as you exhale, you're going to come down into that strong chair pose. So you're sitting back into your hips and your heels. So then you're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to sweep the arms back and over the hips a little bit. So a little bit over the hips. Take an inhale. Let's bring the arms back up towards your ears, but let's go into a little twist. So you're going to take the arm that's closest to me and we're going to swing it back. So we're opening up. We're doing a little twist. Good. Just pause there. Take an inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, come into an airplane arm. So arms are reaching up. Pull that navel in, take an inhale, bring the arms back up. And now take that opposite arm, swing it back into a twist. Good, take another full breath. Bring both arms up. Good, now forward fold. And then just stay here in the forward fold. Inhale, come into a half lift. Now, as you exhale, come into the forward fold, and let's go ahead and step your left foot back. Ground the left foot to the earth, and cartwheel the left arm back, and come into your warrior two. So we have the right foot forward, and you're going to soften those shoulders down, pull the belly in, and take your gaze out to those fingertips. Now come into your breath. Now moving into extended side angle pose, bring the forearm down and then sweep that arm up and over the side of your face. Some of you may choose to bring the fingertips towards the floor if you wish. Take another full breath in. As you exhale, come up to warrior two. And now let's come into that reverse warrior. Good. Take another full breath. Cartwheel the hands down. You can pivot that heel, that left heel up. Slide your right foot back. Good. Chaturanga down. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Good. Take about 3 breaths. Let's go ahead and take your left foot up towards the sky. And now draw the left foot forward and your right. Good, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Good. Exhale, let's forward fold one more time. Then circle the arms up, sweep them up over the head, and now to your heart center. Very good. Let's go to the other side. So inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, swan dive to the forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Now as you forward fold, let's step your right foot back, ground the right foot to the earth, and cartwheel your arm back. So really sink into those legs and then extend from your heart center. So reach out through those fingertips. Soften the shoulders down. Take your gaze out. Now feel your foundation, your feet, and really ground them into the earth. Feel the strength of your legs, but the lift of your heart and the crown of your head. Take another inhale. As you exhale, move into extended side angle pose. So maybe that forearm is resting, and then you reach the opposite arm up and over. Maybe looking by at the side through the armpit. And those who want a little more today, maybe you're going to take those fingertips down to the floor. And just take one more breath. Now pull the belly in, come up to your warrior two. Sink back into those legs, but rotate the palm up and move into your reverse warrior. Just taking one more full breath. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Pivot the back heel up. Slide the front foot back. Good. Chaturanga. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In your down dog, take 3 breaths. If you'd like, you can come into child's pose and rest there. Hips come back and up. Push through the palms of the hands. Maybe the weight of your hands are going to the thumb and index finger. Now you're going to go ahead and send that right leg up towards the sky. And draw the right foot forward. And then the left. Good. Forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Then draw the belly in. Arms like wings circle up. And then bring your hands to namaste. So from namaste hands, you're going to inhale, circle the arms up. And then sit back into our strong chair pose. So the hips are down, right? The knees are soft. You're going to bring the hands to your heart. And now we're going to take that right elbow and hook it out to the left thigh. Now, some of you may want, again, a little bit more. Maybe you're going to take the hand to the floor and reach the opposite arm up. Come into your breath. Very good. Bring the hands back to the center and swing the arms up back to our chair pose. Now swing the arms back into almost like an airplane arm. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Good. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's inhale, reach your arms next to your ears. Exhale, sit back into chair pose. Bring the hands to namaste, to our heart center. And now you're going to take that left elbow, hook it onto the outside of your right thigh. Now you stay with these prayer hands. You want the thumbs somewhere near the sternum. That's what we're shooting for here. This nice deep twist. You can bring one hand to the floor or the other arm up. Just take another breath. As you exhale out, bring your hands back to prayer. Maybe to namaste. You're going to bring the arms up. Chair pose and exhale into a forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. And now exhale back to the forward fold, and I'm going to have you step your left foot back. And we're going to come back to our warrior two. So cartwheel the arm back. Sink into those legs. And we'll just do another little strong warrior series. So we're going to soften those shoulders down. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale out, straighten out that front leg. So pull this thigh back, kneecap draws up. Triangle pose. You're going to reach out and across. And bringing the hand to the shin or to the ankle, reaching the arm up. Now we can do a little half bind here if you'd like. So you rotate the palm back, bend the elbow, and bring the hand so it wraps around, maybe to the crease of the hip. And that just gets a shoulder to open up a little bit. Now move into your breath. Good. One more inhalation. As you exhale, reach that arm up. Let's go ahead and keep the leg straight, but come up Beautiful. Now we're going to reverse triangle. Reach the arm up, slide the hand down the back of the leg. Come into your breath. One more inhale. As you exhale, bring the arms back down. Now pivot the top foot around, coming into a little bit of a star pose. Let's turn the feet out and come into a squat. So from the squat position, I'm going to have you bring your hands to your thighs, and we're going to come into a little forward fold. Actually, I'm going to have your feet parallel. So hands right to that hip crease. You're going to inhale, lift your heart a little bit. Exhale, forward fold. And you can straighten out those legs. So as you bring your fingertips down, we are going to come into another twist. So you're going to take your left hand, reach it and grab the right shin. So I'm bringing it under the opposite hand. And then I'm holding onto that shin with my left hand. And then I'm reaching my right arm up, but I'm bending this left elbow. So it's drawing me down a little bit, and I'm reaching with the right hand. Good, take another full breath. Good, bringing the hands both down to the floor. Come into a little half lift. And let's do the opposite leg. So now you're going to take your right hand, grab the left shin or calf. I'm holding that. And I'm bending that right elbow. And I'm reaching my left arm up. Good. One more inhalation. Now as you bring your hands back to your hip crease and slowly come up back into a nice standing position. Let's take your left foot, pivot it out, bend your knee and come into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 to the other side. Soften your shoulders down, draw the belly in, and again find those strong legs, strong hips, strong quads. And then come up into the arms and feel the strength. Draw the biceps and triceps. Take your gaze out to your fingertips. Soften through those shoulders. Take another inhale as you exhale. Draw this knee back, this thigh back. We're going to hinge from this hip crease as you reach forward. This hip comes slightly back. And then we come into Trigonasana, triangle pose. Now you're welcome to stay here. If you want that little bit of a bind, you rotate the palm back, bend the elbow, bring it behind your back, and wrap it around to the front of the hip crease. Just a nice way to open the shoulder and the chest. Another full breath. Very good. You're going to bring that arm back up, bend the front knee, and come back to Warrior 2. Excellent work. Now we're going to bring the hand to the heart, and we're going to straighten the leg and pivot that foot around. So I'd like you to do one more little forward fold here. So hand to the hip crease. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands down, but just the fingertips down. And we're going to walk around to the end of our mat. I'm going to have you drop at the back knee, which would be the left knee. So we have the right foot forward. Bring your hands onto your thigh and lift your torso up. Now this is where we might want to use our blocks. So if you want to grab your blocks, go ahead and grab them. But we're going to bring the hands down to the floor or to the blocks. You're going to toe heel your right foot out to the corner or edge of your mat. into our lizard pose. Now you can stay lifting with the chest, or you can bring your forearms down to a block, or you can see here if you want to bring both arms down into lizard pose. Just take about 3 more breaths. Now come up. Now we're going to come into pigeon pose, and I kind of talked a little bit earlier about this, that you can do this pigeon pose on your back. So you're going to toe heel your foot to the opposite side of the mat. And so the shin, the knee comes down. Start by staying upright. Now for me, this heel is going to be a little bit near my hip point. For some, that's not enough opening in their hip and glute. So if you like, you start to move the shin maybe a little bit parallel to the edge of your mat. For me, that's too much, but you still want to stay up so we're not falling down on this butt cheek. But if you would like, bring your forearms back down to the floor, and maybe the thumbs to the third eye. Take at least 5 more breaths. And be very aware of any sensations you're feeling here. And this is really good for stretching out the piriformis and stretching through that sciatica, right? When you get that little sciatica nerve, we're stretching that piriformis. Just taking another full breath. Let's bring our hands down to the mat. Lift your torso up. I'm going to flex my left foot, the back foot, push the floor away. As I pick my torso up, I'm going to slide the right foot back to a nice plank. Take an inhale as you exhale, push back into our down dog. Now we're just going to go ahead and bring the left foot forward. So if you want to kick it up, you can, and draw it forward between your hands. And drop the right knee down. Come into this amazing hip flexor stretch. You can bring your hands to your thigh and just lift that torso up. And just take another full breath. We should be really warmed up by now. So we're going to bring the hands to the instep. You're going to toe heel your foot out. So the toe is going to come out, the knee is going to drop out. You can always, sometimes too, I see some yogis like to roll out on the edge of their foot and draw the knee out. But you know, that's a preference, and you're welcome to do that if you'd like. Now either your blocks are going to work here, bringing the forearms to the floor, or to your blocks. Thumbs to the third eye. And come into that smooth, even breath. Very good. One more inhalation. And then as you exhale, press your hands back down into the mat. Toe heel the foot across. So I'm moving the hand to the outside. I'm going to bring this knee down. So now that left knee is here. I've got the left heel close to my right hip bone. I'm going to lift up through the chest just for a moment, just to, you know, see what's happening, how this is all feeling. And just take a couple more rounds of breath. If some of you choose, you can start to move down a little bit closer to the floor, to namaste hands and thumbs to the third eye. Good. One more full breath. Now bring the hands to the mat. Flex the foot. And I'm going to push into the hands. We're going to bring that foot back. And let's go ahead and move into a down dog just for a moment, just for a second. Push back and up. And take another full breath. Let's bend the knees and come down to the floor and come into our child's pose. So all the way down, forehead down, elbows resting. And come into those big, deep breaths. End here, so we're going to take another full breath. We're going to walk our hands towards your knees and come into easy cross-legged position. If you want, grab a blanket or your bolster, whatever you have, and come into Suasana. Let's go ahead and take our thumb to the ring finger. So you can take the thumb pad, and place it on